My parents forged a power of attorney to freeze my $520,000 trust. Forgot I hunt fraud for a living. I never thought I'd investigate my own parents. For 12 years, I had built a career as a fraud investigator. Corporate scams, forged signatures, fake transfers. I'd seen every trick in the book. Criminals always believed they were smarter than everyone else. Most of them weren't. My name is Ethan Carter, 36, living in Seattle. 3 years earlier, my grandfather passed away and left me a trust worth $520,000. His instructions were simple. The money was mine when I turned 35. No conditions. No loopholes. Grandpa trusted me. Apparently, my parents didn't. One Monday morning, I logged into my investment account and nearly dropped my coffee. Account status: frozen. Frozen? I immediately called the trust administrator. Mr. Carter, the representative said carefully, a power of attorney was submitted authorizing your parents to manage the trust on your behalf. I blinked. What power of attorney? There was silence. The document was notarized 6 months ago. 6 months ago? I had never signed one. A chill ran down my spine. Email me the documents, I said. 5 minutes later, the PDF arrived. The moment I opened it, my investigator instincts kicked in. First red flag. The signature. It looked like mine, but not quite. The slant was wrong. The pressure points were inconsistent. Whoever forged it copied the appearance, but missed the rhythm. Second red flag. The notary stamp. The serial number format was outdated by 3 years. Amateurs. My own parents had forged legal documents to control $500,000. I drove to their house that evening. Mom greeted me with her usual smile. Ethan, what surprise. Dad sat in the living room watching television. I held up my phone. Why is my trust frozen? The room went silent. Dad cleared his throat. We were protecting your inheritance by forging a power of attorney. Mom's face changed instantly. You spend money carelessly, she snapped. I laughed in disbelief. Own my home. I have zero debt. Dad crossed his arms. Family share resources. Your sister needs help. There it was. My younger sister, Lisa, had accumulated nearly $300,000 in debt through failed businesses and reckless spending. Apparently, my parents planned to use my trust to bail her out. Without asking. Without permission. Using fraud. Tell me this isn't real, I said quietly. Neither of them answered. That was answer enough. The next morning, I went into investigator mode. I traced the document's metadata. The file had been created on my father's laptop. The notary? Retired 2 years earlier. Even better, security footage from the notary office showed my parents entering a loan. No me. No signature. No authorization. Case closed. I handed everything to my attorney. Within 48 hours, the trust company restored full access to my account. Then things got serious. Forgery. Identity theft. Fraudulent financial interference. 3 separate violations. My attorney asked the difficult question. Do you want to press charges? I stared out the office window. These are my parents. The people who raised me. The people who had just tried to steal from me. I don't want revenge, I finally said. But actions have consequences. We reached an agreement through mediation. My parents avoided criminal prosecution under strict conditions. Full written admission of fraud. Permanent removal from any access to my finances. Repayment of all legal expenses. Mandatory financial counseling. They signed. Reluctantly. For months, we barely spoke. Family gatherings disappeared. Holidays became quiet. It hurt more than I expected. Then, 6 months later, my mother called. Her voice trembled. We were wrong. 3 words I never thought I'd hear. Dad joined the call. We convinced ourselves we were helping the family. But we betrayed your trust. Real accountability is rare. I listened. Not as an investigator. As a son. Recovery wasn't immediate. Trust never returns overnight. But slowly, conversation by conversation, boundaries replaced resentment. Meanwhile, I decided to use part of my inheritance differently. My grandfather had believed in second chances. I created a financial literacy scholarship in his name, helping young adults learn budgeting, investing, and fraud prevention. The first year, 20 students enrolled. The second year, more than 100. One evening, after a scholarship event, I visited Grandpa's grave. The sunset painted the sky gold. I placed my hand on the stone. You were right, I whispered. Money doesn't reveal character. It tests it. My phone buzzed. A message from Mom. Family dinner this Sunday. No agendas. Just us. I smiled. The trust remained mine. The money stayed protected. But the greatest inheritance Grandpa left me wasn't $520,000. It was integrity. And unlike money, that's something no one can forge. The end.